Today I have a highly requested video. I have been meaning to do this video for a while now and finally getting around to doing it. As you can already tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a tag, mom tag to be exact. And I'm going to be answering 20 questions about being a mom. So if you're interested in seeing this video, stay tuned and keep watching. Hey guys, so I have the 20 questions right here that I'm going to be answering from my phone. So the first question is, how old were you when you had your first child? I was 24 years old when I had my first child, which is Michaela. Okay, number 2, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I would have to say the sleeping position, because I remember having to sleep just on either side. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. Of course, you can lay on your back, but you can't lay on your back for long periods of time. So for me, yeah, that was the hardest thing besides the morning sickness. I didn't have morning sickness with all 3, but I had it with 2 of them. 2 out of 3, really bad morning sickness. Okay, number 3, can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? And the best part for me is actually feeling the baby move around. When you get right around that 20-week mark and you start feeling the little kicks and the little, the baby rolling over and moving and stuff like that. So yeah, those were the best parts for me, especially when you could actually like look at your stomach and see little kicks and see your stomach actually moving and have your significant other be able to see it. That was the most exciting part for me. Okay, number 4. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? I would have to say they're pretty much accurate. A lot of people told me it would be painful. It definitely was. A lot of people told me that the morning sickness would be really bad, and that definitely was. So yes, I would have to say pretty accurate. Okay, number 5. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? Probably the only thing I would redo with at least one pregnancy is I would have had a water birth, because I always been curious about doing that, and I heard a lot of good things about it, a lot of good benefits, that it's way more less likely painful than regular childbirth. So yeah, I would have to say the water birth. Definitely would have wanted to give that a try. Okay, number 6. What would be your advice for someone who is about to have a baby? My advice would probably just be number 1, patience. Like, you got to have a lot of patience, and pretty much just, of course, love your child, be there for your child. You have to always put your child's needs first. They always come before your needs. Once you become a mom, it's not about you for a while. So I would have to say, just roll with the punches. And each mother, to me, like once you become a mother, that motherly role just automatically kind of kicks in. So it's really nothing that can be taught. It's just once you see your baby and once you become a mom, it's going to just kick in anyway, naturally. Okay. Moving right along. Number 7. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? And for me, the hardest thing is just one of the hardest things is the safety of your child. Just making sure that your child is always safe, and like you are literally responsible for this human being. You have to make sure they're safe when they're not around you. And with me, I worry a lot about my kids when they're not around me, and probably that's one of the reasons why I'm a stay-at-home mom, because I just don't trust nobody. I don't think nobody will, take good care of them as good as I can. So just basically the safety. Okay. Okay, moving right along to number 9. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? Um, is this a trick question? I really wasn't surprised. I can't think of anything that was actually surprising. Really can't think of anything, honestly. So I'm gonna have to just pass that question on up and move right along to the next. Number 10, what is the best memory you have involving your child? Um, the best memories for me would probably be just the times that we had, like the one-on-one time with each child. The kids love it. I love it because they really get to like express themselves, and they talk about a lot of things that they probably wouldn't talk about if it was like the whole family or all of the kids. And so just that one-on-one bonding for me. Okay, moving on to question number 11. What was the most exciting milestone? For me, it would be baby's first steps. When they take their first steps, it's a major milestone, and this same baby that you gave birth to and watched grow from a newborn to an infant, and now you're seeing them actually get up and walk and take steps, and it just makes you feel so proud. So for me, I would have to say the taking the first steps. Okay, number 12. What is the worst thing your child has ever done? Hmm. I would probably have to say the poop explosions. I'm sure every mom has experienced a poop explosion, and if you haven't yet, you will. That's basically when the baby just poops and it just explodes from the diaper and gets everywhere. I can remember David having the worst one. He had a poop explosion. It had to be early in the morning, right before I came to get him from his crib. So I walked into his nursery and like literally it was everywhere. Everywhere. I will spare you the details, but just know it was the worst. So yeah, I would have to say that was the worst. Okay, moving right along. Number 13. What habit did you wish your child didn't have? Hmm. I would have to say being a tattletale. Like I promise, like literally all three of them are like really big tattletales. They tell on each other all day long, and it becomes annoying. I'm sure other moms can relate. The telling and just he did that, she did that. So annoying. So yeah, that's a habit I wish they didn't have. Okay, moving right along to question number 14. What habit of theirs makes you the most proud? Um, I would have to say the fact that they constantly all day tell me that they love me, constantly all day long. Mommy, I love you. Or mommy, thank you. They always thank me for everything. So that just lets me know that they really do appreciate me. And of course, I know they love me, but just to hear them say it so much, I don't know, it just makes me so proud and make me so happy. So yeah, that's what I would have to say. Okay, moving on to number 15. Do you share any similarities with your child, both physical and personality? Um, I would have to say, as far as physical goes, I think that David looks the most like me. Everybody always tell me that, and I would definitely have to agree with that. And as far as personality, Michaela takes the most of my personality. She's shy like me when she just getting to know a person, and also like really sweet and kind, and yep, and yeah. So moving on to number 16. Where would you like to see your child be in 10 years? Basically just healthy and happy. That's all I want from them, is just to be healthy, happy, successful, doing the things that they enjoy and doing the things that they like, and, you know, making a success out of it. Okay, moving on to number 17. What is something that having a child has taught you? And it all goes back to the patience. Having a child has definitely taught me to be more patient and just kind of like put myself last and making sure that my kids are well taken care of, and just pretty much just made me a better person altogether, and just kind of like completed me as a person. Okay, number 18. Did you imagine that you'd be a mom at the age you became a mom? Pretty much yes, because I always kind of wanted to become a mom somewhere in my mid-20s, and then I know I wanted to be done by the time I was 30, so that's exactly what happened. I had my first child at 24, and I had my last child at 30, so pretty much everything was on target, so I have to say yes. And number 19. Describe your child in one single sentence. Well, for me, it would be describe your children in one single sentence. And I would have to say the loves of my life, because that's exactly what they are. The loves of my life. And we're finally at the last question here, which is also the big question. How have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? And I would have to say I have changed a whole lot. Just became a lot more patient and nurturing, and overall just better person. I mean, I've always been a good person, but since I became a mom, it just made me just more soft, and like I don't know, once you become a mom, you just have this shift in your personality where you feel like you'll do basically any and everything for your child. And then I don't know, I know I became a better person. So we'll just leave it at that. And I hope you guys like this tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And also, I want to tag some other moms. You know what? I'm going to just tag all of you guys. So every mom that I'm subscribed to and who is subscribed to me, I'm tagging you. So if you have not already done this tag, and if this is a video that you'll be interested in doing, I would love to hear from you guys, and I would love for you guys to also do this tag. So there you go. There you have it. You've been tagged. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.